So, we're about 4 months away from the end of the year, and I've been going through a quarter life crisis, to put it bluntly. Hey everyone, I'm Samantha and you're watching The Celestial Heart. So, guess what? Your girl just graduated last March. Hallelujah! I've only waited 8 years. Did I mention it's been 8 years? Yeah, I've been in school for 8 years. Ever since graduating, I have had to go through quite a lot of things. I've had to deal with some issues, and one of which was dealing with an injured back leading to an inflamed knee. Both of these things happening within the span of 2 weeks. And as a restaurant server trying to figure out her life post-college, it made me so anxious, to say the least. So get this, as I was lying in bed, propping up my knee, icing the heck out of it, and lying flat on my back as per doctor's orders, I got really bored, as you may know. So I had to find a way to entertain myself because I wasn't going to be moving anyway. And I came across this book, and it's called Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself by Dr. Joe Dispenza. And boy did it come at the most opportune time. To give you an idea of where my headspace has been leading up to this particular point in time, like me shooting this first YouTube video for the channel, I've been wanting to start this project for about, give or take, 2 years now. And I know that school was a big reason as to why I had no time to do it and why this got so delayed. But now that school is over, I suddenly have all this time to put in the work for this passion project. So after graduating, I did all the preparatory work. I did the research, I started making a logo, I figured out like how to reuse or use these programs for editing and all that type of stuff. But when it came to the point where I knew that I was ready to start producing content, creating it and actually sharing it with an audience, I was scared off my wits to actually do it. I was frozen. And so I wanted to know why. Why was I so scared? Like, the opportunity to start something that I've been wanting to do for the longest time was right in front of me, and nothing else was holding me back except for me. So what was going on? And then I came across Mr. Dispenza's explanation as to how habits form in the first place. So according to Dr. Dispenza, a habit is a redundant set of automatic behaviors and emotions that is acquired through repetition to the point where your body knows how to do something better than your mind. It's like your body is actually living in your subconscious mind, and you're thinking the same thoughts which lead you to the same emotions, and you're feeling the same emotions which lead you to thinking the same thoughts, which also lead you to acting in a reactive way, in a way that reacts to these same thoughts and the same emotions. And thus you are stuck in this loop, in this habit loop. This is where your habits comfortably lie. Your habits are lodged within the hardwired circuits of your programmed brain. The program that you feed it day in and day out by exposing yourself to the same stuff. The same stuff which leads you to thinking, feeling, and acting in a certain way. Because it's comfortable. Now, the difficult thing about change in general is that it's unpredictable. It's the unknown. And our egos hate the unknown because it's uncomfortable. So even if I know I've been wanting to start this channel for the longest time, and even if I know that I don't want to be a restaurant server for the rest of my life just to support myself financially. Being a restaurant server is something that I have memorized because I've been in the service industry for nearly 10 years. And I've also been a student for, since I was 5 or something. So I've always learned or known how to do things within a controlled setting for a grade. But the thought of actually doing something that was out of my own merit and putting it out in the world, that is super intimidating. And change is intimidating. That's why it takes people sometimes a life-threatening situation, actually most of the time, a life-threatening situation for them to introduce any type of change in any one aspect of their life. Hitting rock bottom, for people who are super successful, that is what drives them to go all the way up to the top. That's why people who are successful usually go through a whole bunch of failure and disappointment before they reach that level. What I wanted to know from all of this is, how do you actually introduce a change or break a bad habit without having to reach rock bottom or experience a life-threatening situation? Because who wants to really go through that? And the answer to this is actually really simple. It's all about awareness. As Joe Dispenza says in an interview with Tom Bilyeu on the show Impact Theory, every time you bring awareness to the emotions that your body is craving, you are telling the body that it is no longer the mind. Your creative will becomes greater than the program. And the simplest way to start bringing awareness to your life is by observing your thoughts and your emotions as if you were a third person, as if you were outside of yourself. So, for example, the other night I was feeling super anxious. I was going through this weird anxiety attack because the house was a mess and I was super tired and I did not want to get up and clean. As I started noticing my thoughts and my emotions, I dug deeper and found out that everything I was feeling was connected to my injury and feeling helpless because I felt like I wasn't able to support myself. So I thought to myself, how can I flip this emotion on its head? And instead of feeling that way, I ended up feeling an immense amount of gratitude for the mere fact that I could walk in the first place without pain. And I started feeling empowered to take control of my happiness, because you can control your happiness in every action that you do every single day in the present moment. So before you know it, my feelings of helplessness started to get outweighed by my longing for a clear space. And I started cleaning the apartment within less than 30 minutes, and everything was clean. And not to mention, I slept like a baby that night because I was genuinely tired. The best way to observe your thoughts and your emotions is by going into a meditative state. So to end this video, I'm going to be linking my favorite meditation apps and playlists down below, and I hope that it helps you out. Alright, till next time, my friends, all great things start with a healthy mind and a healthy heart. Much love, and take care.